Our first stop in... You looked at me weird. Our first stop in the... Why are you off camera making pointing faces?
Because he's sitting up
Your
on
fingers
the
in the
lawn.
shot.
He's sitting up on the lawn.
This is life filming with a bunch of children. Anyway,
So, our
let's
first
try again.
stop, This is all being in the video. We're not cutting
Nope.
any of this out.
Nope.
Our first stop in Mount Rainier National Park is at the Grove of the Patriarchs. These trees were 500 years old when Columbus landed in America. So these are some pretty old trees.
It is 38 degrees out.
You look like you got lobster claws.
I know.
This is a short trail. It's only 0.3 miles, but it goes through some beautiful old growth forest. So let's go check it out.
There's apparently a swinging bridge up here.
Bryce doesn't like swinging bridges, so we'll see how it goes. Fastest boy in the whole forest.
When people come across one by one because it breaks that easy.
Because it breaks that easy.
Now what?
Look how clear that water is. Bryce is making it across. Bryce's fear of heights is getting worse. So he literally has his eyes closed and he's holding on to Jen's backpack to get across this bridge. If you guys have any good tips on how to get over a fear of heights for an 11-year-old, let us know in the comments down below. Hi, Kennedy.
What a cool trail. Holy, that's so big.
Ooh. Dude, that's so cool.
So this is the trunk of a tree that's fallen over.
Oh my
And check this
gosh.
out, on the edge of the tree
Look at it.
is another full-size tree growing up there.
I could crawl all the way back.
I mean,
Oh, sorry.
this tree growing up here, this guy is probably another 20, 30 feet itself.
Yeah.
And it's just growing on the edge of this tree.
Look how far
That's
we
really
can go
cool.
back in there. We could sleep in there.
You
All
could
five of
definitely
us could
sleep
fit.
in there.
The inside of it is just really cool looking. We're just coming up to this massive tree.
That's cool.
And I know I keep saying that all these trees are huge and beautiful, but it's true.
So these two are Douglas firs. This is what your typical Christmas tree at your Christmas tree lot is going to be, is Douglas fir. This is what they look like when they get a chance to grow for 1,000 years.
I have to back up so I can get like them in the camera.
I mean, it's just super special to be here in a place where you've got old growth forest like this.
Yeah.
Because the opportunity to cut down those trees when this wasn't a national park is so tempting to people, I'm sure.
I mean, that probably could have built someone's cabin, like early settlers.
I mean, they could have just hollowed out the bottom and lived in it.
Yeah, it is that big, for sure.
So it's just super lucky that, you know, something like that's not cut down. It's amazing.
I feel like this is probably not one of those parks that a lot of people come. Maybe more than I think. But it is just amazing and beautiful. Super cool. Look at these big trees.
Behind me is something called a nurse tree. So this ancient tree fell down and it has provided all the nutrients for all these other trees to literally just grow right on top of it. And you see that in this forest all over the place. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 absolutely massive trees behind me that are growing off of an even more massive tree's dead trunk. It's
Yeah,
really
I
cool.
mean, there's another one behind it that's even.
Yeah,
that
when we
one's
were
really
in
big.
Olympic National Park, we saw a tree that had like 40 other trees growing on it. So it's just absolutely amazing that full-size trees that are bigger than anything in Florida, are growing on top of the carcass of an old tree.
I think in the sign it said that it provides them just enough, a little bit extra height to the sun.
Yeah.
And in addition to the nutrients.
Yeah, it definitely gives
of the
them a
decaying tree.
competitive advantage off a tree that's 4 or 5 foot down
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yep. Because a lot of times there's so much growth under here. And less sun.
Yeah.
So you guys can see how big this tree is that's laying down. Like, it's almost as tall as Kennedy.
Look at my foot. I saw snow. We saw snow. Look at it.
So we're going through the tunnel.
Whoa, we're going through. I thank you for the narration.
You're welcome.
We had no idea we were in a
And
tunnel.
look what's on the other side.
Snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. Snow.
Oh my gosh.
Snow,
And look at the snow and the color. So pretty.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look, yeah, I'm getting my jacket back. I'm gonna hop into this on the outside or else you're
Oh, did you see the snowfall? Oh, it's falling off the branch.
Yeah. Falling off the branches.
I want to see some rain.
It won't be long until we see some snow.
Snow.
Snow. Can we just park here? Park here? Park here? Park there. Mommy. No, wait.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Daddy, there was a pool out right there. Couldn't we just eat here? Hey, calm down.
Don't throw it in their bag, dude. All right, we're supposed to be eating lunch. Lunchtime. 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 We planned to have lunch in the park today. I didn't think it would be 34 degrees and in the snow. But this is where we're having lunch.
Ooh, can I have a score?
I don't know where it's at.
You just find them laying on the tree. They're right there hanging.
Let me see. Very cool. Oh, there it focused.
If it wasn't on a tree, I would totally look at it.
Uh,
No.
very cool.
Can you not use like that shape? You can press the button like that, and the number the.
Watch out, Beth.
Ooh. Did you guys hear that sound?
That's cool.
Listen to this sound. Ready?
Ha! Cool!
Well, you see that rock punched a hole in the ice. So you can see this ice is not quite icy. Yeah. Yeah. Not quite frozen yet.
Dude, look at these ice cubes. Look at that crystal. That's cool.
Those crystals are cool. If anyone that's familiar with snow and ice knows what this phenomenon is called, we'd love to know more about it, like how it forms, what it's called, because we see it all the time, like when there's mud.
Yeah.
We saw it like in Georgia, we've seen it out west, and now here at Mount Rainier. So we'd love to know what this stuff's called. It's really cool. It's all over the ground. So first thing you need to know about Mount Rainier is that the visitor centers close early in the year. I think you said the first one closed in June?
I think most of them like open like May. Yeah, and there were some that closed in June, then September.
Yeah, and so now here, October
October,
12th,
yeah.
they're all closed. So all the visitor centers are closed.
Yeah.
But with this colder temperature, what you get is less people. Please don't do that in my video. So it kind of feels like we have the park all to ourselves, and it's really, this area is cold. Obviously we're in snow and it's like down in the 30s. But down below it was like 40, 45, and
No, 40.
okay, it was 40. But it was much nicer in the forest down below. So
Yeah.
the park is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it's a park most people don't talk about, but it's one that you really shouldn't overlook, especially if you're in the Pacific Northwest, because it's absolutely beautiful here. So give some love to Mount Rainier, because it is awesome.
And nobody's touching. I'm relaxed.
You're relaxing in the snow?
It's nice, cool weather. Nice, cool view.
Okay.
And I got my drink right here.
Okay.
I actually do it.
Let me show you how fluffy this is.
That was perfect.
Hey, you got snow in your mouth.
I think that's the final take.
I imagine on a nice sunny day you can see to the top of Mount Rainier. We cannot today, but this snow is absolutely beautiful here. These trees.
Go. Here, I got you. No, flip it over. Flip it over. No, Kennedy, flip it over. I can't.
You can't put it on top, Bryce.
Wait, watch out. Here we go, guys. Don't use snow. Get more snow to patch it up. No head. No nothing.
Coop, you need a bigger head than that, dude.
Yeah.
Roll it in the snow a little bit more.
He needs a big head.
Patch it up. Quick.
There's literally fire pits here. You can get cold for the eyes.
Now you gotta take the snow and pack it in around where you attached it. Okay, so here's a picture of the Paradise Inn. You can see some of the windows are already boarded up, and it is beautiful up here. Even though everything's closed, the visitor center's up here too. There are a ton of people up here, so it's absolutely beautiful. Somewhere up there is the top of Mount Rainier. We're not. It's up there. We're just not sure. Anyway, it is really beautiful here. and it's like 36 degrees out.
36. It's Pika.
It's not a pika.
It's Pika?
Did the pikas hide around yours? Oh.
Yeah.
I am by myself to see Narada waterfalls. Nobody else wanted to come out and hike because it looked like it was steep down and they didn't want to climb back up. But I want to see the beautiful waterfall and show it to you guys. It is a short 0.1 mile hike down to the viewpoint from the parking lot. And I'm sad everyone missed it because this is your view.
So we stopped at some waterfalls and we had a lady stop us and go, which gate gets closed at 5 o'clock? It's 4:45.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, what are you talking about? Because when we came in today, like, and we've been through several entrances.
Yeah, the side we came in on had no rangers. You didn't have to pay. Everything was like shut down. You just come in.
And we've been through several ranger stations at this point, and there are no rangers.
No.
So they all look like they're just winterizing stuff right now. So we kind of just had a moment of panic. But we saw some rangers working on the side of the road. And so we stopped to ask them. Sorry, we're going over a bridge and it's super shaky. We just asked them and they said the entrance is closed. And they'll close it sometime between 5 and 7 depending on when people are out. So we're good. We're on our way out. I just didn't think we'd make it there by 5 o'clock. So, yeah.
Also, we've seen 2 signs now that say road requires snow chains unless you have all-wheel drive and approved traction tires, which we have the tires from the factory. They're definitely not approved traction tires.
Yeah.
Luckily, the road's all smooth and there's no snow on it yet. So I guess that's something we need to consider is getting some chains. Because, like...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Things to know.